Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Too Faced Secret Santa eyeshadow palette. If you do want to see a review and a demo, then please keep watching. As a huge favor, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment anything down below. I greatly appreciate it. I read all the comments and I will do my best to reply back. This palette retails for $29 at Sephora, Too Faced, and Ulta Beauty. I do want to read a little bit about this palette on Sephora's website. A perfectly giftable Secret Santa eye palette that features 8 multi-finish shades. Here's a closer look on what the packaging looks like. It says Too Faced Secret Santa. Up at the top you have all the shades and the shade name printed. Down at the bottom you have the barcode. On this side of the packaging it does state that the bulk was made in the USA, but it was assembled in the Dominican Republic. On the other side it just says it in a different language. On the back it says it smells like Christmas spice. Underneath that you have a to and from, and then you have the ingredients listed. Let's open this up. It is a tin packaging and it does match the outer box. On the back you have a to and from, and then you have the shade names. It does come with a mirror, and here's what all 8 shadows look like. The first shade in the palette is called Oh Christmas Treats. Very soft in the pan. Oh Christmas Treats is described as a dirty peach. Let me blend this out. It's pretty. The next shade is called No Peeking. No Peeking is described as a terracotta shade. Here's what it looks like blended out. The next shade is called Jingle Mingle. Jingle Mingle is described as a fiery red. Wow, that's beautiful. So pretty. The last shade in the top row is called Stockings Hung. Stockings Hung is described as a brick brown. Wow, that is super pigmented. Here's what it looks like blended out. The first shade in the bottom row is called Coming to Town. Coming to Town is described as a deep champagne. Another beautiful shimmer. The next shade is called Oh Dear. Oh Dear is described as a deep purple brown. That's beautiful. This shade does have a little bit of sparkle in it. I'm not sure if my camera is going to pick it up, but it is there. The second to last shade is called Elf Tot. Elf Tot is described as a deep bronze copper. Again, another beautiful shimmer. That's gorgeous. The last shade is called Better Not Pout. Better Not Pout is described as a black. I don't like how that shadow blended out. It's a bit patchy. Here's what all 8 shadows look like swatched on the back of my hand. Now we're going to create a look using this palette. Using a clean fluffy brush, I'm going to dip into the shadow in Stocking Hues, blend that in my crease, going back and forth, doing windshield wiper motions. Stocking Hues is very pigmented. You don't need a lot of product on your brush and it blended out very easily. I'm going to be doing the same thing on the other side. Using that same brush, I'm going to dip into the shadow in Oh Christmas Treats. Applying that shadow right below the first shade, again going back and forth doing windshield wiper motions. Swapping my brush for a flat brush, I'm going to dip into the shadow in No Peeking, pack this shadow all over the lid. I didn't have any fallout with the shadow in No Peeking. This shade is beautiful. Using my finger, I'm going to dip into the shadow in Jingle Mingle, pat this in the center of my lid. That's really pretty. Taking a clean flat brush, I'm going to dip into the shadow in Elf Tot, apply this on my outer V. That's beautiful. Using that same brush, I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to dip into the shadow in Coming to Town. Apply that shadow in the inner portion of my eye, connecting it to the shade in Jingle Mingle. That's super pretty. I lost a little bit of that shadow in Jingle Mingle, going back in using my finger, pack this again in the center. Going back in with my flat brush, I'm going to blend everything together, that way there's no harsh lines. Taking that first brush we used, dipping into the shadow in Oh Dear, doing circular motions. Taking a clean fluffy brush, I'm going to diffuse it a bit, again doing circular motions. That's so pretty. Doing the same thing on the other side. Taking a clean flat brush, I'm going to dip into the shadow in Better Not Pout, using this shade as liner. I'm going to wing it out just a little bit. I like how black that shadow looks on the eye versus how it's swatched on the back of my hand. Doing the same thing on this side. I got a tiny bit of fallout from the shadow in Better Not Pout. I cleaned everything underneath my eyes. Here's how the eye look came out. For mascara, I'm going to apply the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. For lips, I'm going to apply the Sephora Collection Lip Gloss shade in 01 Boss. This gloss came in a set. Stay tuned for that video to see what the other two shades look like. Here we have the completed look. My final thoughts on the Too Faced Secret Santa mini palette is that I really do like it. The shades in this palette are not unique at all. These are basic shades that I have in all of my other palettes. What really sucked me in was the packaging. I expected the outer packaging to look more what the inside would look like. I expected this beautiful icy blue with this pink Santa inside with a little bit of shimmer and sparkle, but when you open it up, it's just a basic palette. I think this palette would be perfect for beginners, someone who wants to just try out the quality of Too Faced's products. If you're a Too Faced collector like I am, you're gonna love the quality of these shadows. I was super surprised by the last shadow, how it's swatched. I expected it to blend out a little bit better than how it did on the back of my hand. Otherwise, the quality is there. This shade in Oh Dear, it does have a little bit of shimmer, but it doesn't translate on the eyelid. Too Faced did a great job with this palette. I would recommend it. It did state that it smells like Christmas spice. I have no idea what Christmas spice smells like. It does smell pretty good. I'm getting more of a nutmeg smell. It smells good. Too Faced also released another mini eyeshadow palette. This is called You're So Hot mini eyeshadow palette. The color story looks a bit cool tone from the picture. I think I might pick this up. I'm not too sure yet. Let me know in the comments down below if you want a review on this mini palette. If you guys did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.